Right now, we hear from a local business owner hit by burglars not once, but twice in 3 months. Plus, the now unsealed court papers show that the FBI recovered documents labeled top secret from former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. And Democrats sending a landmark bill to President Biden's desk. What Republicans are saying about the Inflation Reduction Act. It's all ahead on News 3 Now at 10. We begin tonight with breaking news. Madison police responding to a weapons violation on the city's north side. Officers were called to the 1700 block of Northport Drive just before 8:40. Police are now asking people to avoid that area. And further details have not been made at this time. Stay with News 3 Now and channel3000.com for any updates as they're made available.
It felt like an assault to, do something that we love and care about.
It is sadly not new for a business on Madison's east side. EVP Coffee's owner calls the latest burglary a 1-2 punch, showing a side of her neighborhood she never expected to see. Arman Rahman went there today to find out what happened and what's next. Arman?
Eric, this is how thieves left EVP Coffee Tuesday night. Police say the wall and more were damaged when the ATM was ripped out. It's not the first time people have broken in, but something about this attack is leaving the owner brokenhearted.
There was glass everywhere. The cash register was thrown on the floor.
Tracy Danner's general manager encountered quite the mess Wednesday morning at EVP Coffee.
The door was open. The ATM was stolen.
As shocking as it looks, it wasn't the first time this has happened. It's Danner's second break-in at the East Wash location in 10 weeks.
This one really felt hurtful. It felt bad. And it felt different. It felt more violating than ever before.
She doesn't know if she can keep up with this level of crime in her Madison neighborhood.
I won't continue to do this if this is the new normal.
New, but thankfully not normal yet to the owners of the new Aftershock arcade nearby.
Obviously, someone getting burglarized just down the street is a concern.
On the east side for less than a year, Brad Van says they haven't had anything like that happen, but it's on his mind.
At close, we have had some of our bartenders share concerns with us that they, don't want to be working a shift by themselves, so we don't staff people alone.
Still, business owners here, like Danner, love their neighborhood.
I promised myself I would never put bars on my window. I don't want to be afraid of my community. I don't want to send that message. I love my community.
Customers, nearby businesses, and neighbors showed they love her too, offering support on social media and when she reopened Thursday.
I realize that it's meaningful what we're doing, and it matters to people, and so that makes it worth it for me as well.
And Danner says the repairs aren't the worst part. It's that she's responsible for that missing ATM, and she doesn't know how much money was inside. The police are still investigating this.
Armand, thank you. As a show of transparency in a highly scrutinized investigation, the Department of Justice released the warrant used to search former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago home. The FBI seized more than 20 boxes, some containing documents marked top secret and above, handwritten notes, 2 photo binders, information about the president of France, and a document about the pardoning of Trump ally Roger Stone were also taken. Retired FBI Special Agent Doug Kuhn says investigators understand how delicate the situation is.
They're erring on the side of the utmost transparency so that people can see this is what led to it. This is what we're doing. This is what we found.
The search warrant indicates that former President Trump is being investigated for potential violations of the Espionage Act. In a statement, the former president said the documents seized were declassified and that he would have provided them if asked. Trump also claims former President Obama took 33 million documents with him when he left office in 2016, but today the National Archives pushed back on that notion. The archives maintains the classified Obama presidential records are in a secure facility in the Washington, D.C. area, and Mr. Obama has no control over where and how it stores them. It said former President Obama's unclassified records are at a facility it controls in the Chicago area. The Gableman election investigation is over. Assembly Speaker Robin Vos fired Gableman today after his hand-picked investigator endorsed the speaker's primary opponent. Before firing Gableman, Vos had criticized criticized the investigator for wading too much into politics. Democrats, though, say it's too little too late. In a statement, Assembly Minority Leader Greta Neubauer says Republican leadership needs to take responsibility for the damage done to our democracy and make clear the 2020 election was fair and secure. Republican Senator Kathy Bernier said it was a good decision to fire Gableman. Well, let's now go to Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. First look at your forecast from the backyard patio. Gary?
It's just quiet out here right now. Skies have been cloudy. The humidity is up a bit. Most of the showers had diminished this evening, but as we take a look, first of all, at the time-lapse from the WISC Skycam looking off toward the east, we had some sunshine early this morning, and then the clouds rolled in. And as we switch the camera to the west, you can see the showers coming in this afternoon, although there were a few peaks of sunshine during the afternoon hours. During the evening hours, most of the showers moved into northern Illinois and dissipated, but high-resolution Doppler radar shows a couple of light showers, mainly through Crawford and Grant counties, east of Prairie du Chien, heading down toward Lancaster and Platteville in the southeastern portion of the state. But you can see 6-hour future track radar shows some showers and thunderstorms, a possibility overnight. High temperatures today held down quite a bit because of cloud cover. 67, the best we could do in Madison. Only areas to our east where there was sunshine a little bit more this morning got into the 70s, and right now temperatures are mainly in the middle 60s. A few places have dropped into the upper 50s, but these temperatures will stay nearly steady overnight. Across Dane County, areas away from the city of Madison have dropped into the upper 50s. Look for temperatures to stay nearly steady in the lower 60s overnight. There'll be some scattered showers or a thunderstorm, especially north and east of Madison overnight. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes at least a little bit of drier weather for the weekend.
Gary, thank you. Democrats are celebrating the passage of the Inflation Reduction Act following its passage in the Senate Sunday. Democrats say the landmark bill will lower energy costs, provide tax credits to those who buy green, and manufacturers who build it. Separately, it allows Medicare to negotiate down high-priced prescription drugs and caps out-of-pocket drug costs for seniors. All Republicans oppose the bill.
Democrats, more than any other majority in history, are addicted to spending other people's money, regardless of what we as a country can afford.
How could they vote against lowering prescription drug costs? How could they vote against helping families with their health care costs? How can they vote against the planet?
Republicans voiced objections to the $80 billion earmarked for beefing up IRS enforcement and hiring. Democrats insist the IRS audits will target only large corporations and wealthy individuals who cheat on their taxes. The bill now goes to the president for his signature. An elderly man is dead after crashing into a piece of construction equipment on a rural road in Sauk County earlier this week. Dispatchers first got a call about a hit-and-run crash from a construction crew working on Stone Church Road just east of the intersection with County Road D. While the workers didn't see the crash itself, they did say the suspect vehicle dropped parts and fluids at the scene. The next day, an 85-year-old man's body was found on the ground near a van just around the corner from the crash scene. Sauk County deputies determined the man died from injuries he suffered in the crash combined with an ongoing medical issue. Officials in Iowa County are searching for a driver in a hit-and-run crash in Mineral Point overnight. That crash happened at the Quality Inn in Mineral Point between 6 p.m. Thursday and 6 in the morning Friday. The driver was believed to be driving a white 2015 to 2020 model year Ford F-150 crew cab. The truck will have damage on the passenger side. Anyone with information is asked to call the Iowa County Sheriff's Office at area code 608-930-9500. Well, look at traffic. Delayed on the interstate near Highway 51 after a pickup truck caught fire, and then there you saw the explosion. Dane County dispatchers said the call first came in just before 11 a.m. as a vehicle smoking after hitting the median on the westbound interstate between highways 51 and 19. The vehicle then caught fire, and as you saw, it exploded roughly 10 minutes after the initial call. That explosion captured by a nearby Wisconsin Department of Transportation traffic camera. Kenosha police issuing more than $4,300 in citations to a man they say distributed more than 500 flyers full of anti-Semitic language. Police said the 56-year-old Kenosha man got the flyers from a white supremacist website. The citations follow an eight-month-long investigation.
We were finding them on windshields of cars. They were distributed in people's front yards and driveways, on the sidewalks.
Police say the case does not fit state or local statutes for a hate crime. The Midwest Anti-Defamation League says there's been a sharp uptick in anti-Semitic acts in the Midwest, particularly in Kenosha. Well, just north of there, the city of Racine using new technology to try and crack down on crime. Police will use license plate cameras and audio detection devices. The latter can pick up sounds like gunshots with a 97% accuracy, according to the manufacturer. But unlike Milwaukee's ShotSpotter technology, which is limited to the gunshots, this company says its equipment can hear all sorts of crimes.
A person screaming at the top of their lungs glass breaking, maybe in a business park at 2 a.m. Again, screeching tires when it comes to illegal street racing.
Well, the ACLU has criticized Flock Safety's technology due to privacy concerns. The organization says constant surveillance of non-criminal activities could infringe on people's First Amendment rights. But Racine's police chief says those microphones won't pick up conversations and the license plate cameras don't target faces. Scary scene in Western New York after author Salman Rushdie was attacked earlier today right before he was to deliver a lecture. A suspect, 24-year-old Hadi Mata, has been arrested. Eyewitnesses say a man charged the stage where Rushdie was set to speak, stabbing him multiple times. Members of the audience restrained the suspect after Rushdie fell to the ground. Rushdie was airlifted to a hospital where he underwent surgery. Rushdie's agent says Rushdie is on a ventilator with a damaged liver, severed nerves in an arm, and will likely lose an eye. A silent spread of the polio virus in New York, prompting the CDC to consider additional vaccinations for some people. The virus has been detected in wastewater samples in New York City and in 2 counties that neighbor the city. In late July, 1 case of polio was confirmed in Rockland County in a patient who was unvaccinated. That young adult started experiencing weakness and paralysis about a month earlier. Polio vaccination rates in Rockland County and neighboring Orange County, that's just north of New York City, are about 60%. That's compared with about 93% nationwide.
Finding polio in a country where we've had high levels of vaccination, haven't seen polio cases for over 40 years, is significant. This is just the tip of the iceberg, right? The very, very tip of the iceberg.
Now, the CDC considering whether to offer children in the areas affected an extra shot of the polio vaccine. Recommending extra doses to certain groups of adults is also an option. The majority of people with polio don't have symptoms, so they can spread the virus without even knowing it. Still ahead at 10, a program dedicated to helping young adults with disabilities find careers celebrates its latest graduates. And a group of butterfly enthusiasts in Wisconsin look to save the endangered monarch butterfly from extinction.
Out here, we know a thing or two about beef. Hy-Vee knows beef too. Only 6 out of 100 cattle are even good enough to bear the Hy-Vee brand. Only 6 out of 100. Quality like that is hard to find. So enjoy your Hy-Vee steak this weekend. You've earned it.
German engineering everyone can get into. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today to learn more about the 2022 Taos, starting at $23,495. Limited inventory available.
In this blistering Wisconsin heat, imagine not being able to cool yourself by simply pressing a button. It may seem easy to imagine for 60 seconds, but for many, it's a reality they can't ignore after that minute is up. Families, elderly, disabled, and veterans struggling in the scorching heat of summer, and those are just the ones we know about. A hot summer day is not simply uncomfortable for them, it can be deadly. If you have the means to help, please consider offering a hand up. No matter the amount, every dollar helps. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safe in your home. No one in Wisconsin deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
If Tim Michels is governor, here's what reproductive health care would look like in Wisconsin. Providing abortions? A felony. Exceptions in cases of rape or incest? None. Here's what Michels says to Wisconsin women who get pregnant after being raped. To ask her to go through the birth is not unreasonable. Tim Michels is a radical and divisive politician coming for your rights. Wisconsin women deserve better. Vote no on Tim Michels.
It's go time, people. We all have a story to tell. So let's come together, laugh out loud, to share some hope and joy, all on my new show.
Weekdays on WISC-TV starting September 12th.
A program dedicated to helping young adults with disabilities gain and maintain employment through training and career exploration is celebrating its newest graduates. Today, 6 Project Search graduates completed a 9-month rotation at the VA hospital. Over that time, the graduates were able to successfully complete at least 3 rotations at different areas of the hospital where they developed transferable skills to support them as they seek community employment.
But it's great for the families. Some of them may have thought that their child may not have ever been able to work independently out in the community. And now they've gone through this program and they're ready. Many of them have job offers. So it's just a great time to celebrate all of that work and what they've accomplished.
Since its start in 2008, Project Search has provided workforce training to nearly 1,500 Wisconsin residents. You may have heard the once ubiquitous monarch butterfly is now considered an endangered species. One group of enthusiasts in Wisconsin is working to change that. John Fuller has the story.
It's only been a few hours since this monarch came into the world. For Donna McCormick of the Monarch Society in the Fox River Valley, it never gets old.
It's the miracle, you know. We take so much for granted, and you watch this and you think about that, you know, life and creation, so I love it.
She's seen them grow from eggs to caterpillars to chrysalis to butterfly. It's an activity she shares with her grandsons.
Every day when we go for a walk, we'll go around this one pond. It has a bunch of milkweed surrounding it, so we always check on a few plants for caterpillars.
Recently, the International Union for the Conservation of Nature placed the monarch butterfly on its red list of threatened species, classifying it as endangered.
I feel good about doing this because often they're eaten by predators, so they don't make it to the butterfly stage.
The society released 6 monarchs this year. Former longtime Appleton alderman Joe Martin started the group.
We're going to reach the multitude, and it's going to be young milkweeders that we will grab.
They'll use this van as a free hands-on teaching resource for students.
It's a very neat story to tell, and they're loved by everyone, young and old.
Joe Martin, or Joe Milkweed, is fond of the saying, plant milkweed and they will come. Up the road at the Green Bay Botanical Garden, Linda Guskey couldn't agree more.
Monarch caterpillars, they can't eat anything else. All they eat is milkweed. And there's a number of varieties of it, but because of that, they're really limited to the environments that they can be in.
She cites climate change, habitat loss, plus pesticides and herbicides as the main factors for the monarch's decline.
Over the last few decades, it's been estimated that they've declined 85 to 90% or more.
She says pollinators are responsible for 1 in every 3 bites of food we eat.
If it's happening to the monarchs, it's happening to our other pollinators.
The Botanical Garden and Monarch Society hope a mix of milkweed and education helps.
I love teaching them, so this is a whole learning thing, and I think that maybe they'll enjoy doing it for the rest of their lives.
With opportunities like this, they just might, and hopefully help them get them off the endangered list.
That was John Fuller reporting. Milkweed is easy to grow and it can live in most of the eastern U.S. and Canada. Let's now go back to Gary for a complete look at your weekend forecast.
Well, we're starting out with a few more showers tonight. Most of those in the far western parts of the viewing area, mainly through Crawford County, north and east of, say, Gaze Mills, over toward Bloomington, down toward Lancaster, and then eventually out toward Platteville. But right now, the rest of southern Wisconsin, pretty much precipitation free. Now, up to the north, there have been some showers and thunderstorms have been developing, and it looks like now some storms starting to develop back across northwestern Wisconsin into eastern Minnesota. If we take a look at 6-hour future track radar, you can see that area expanding and spreading to the south and east. The more concentrated areas of rain heading toward Green Bay and the Fox Valley, but the farther north and east you go from Madison, the better the rain chances. The farther south and west you go, the lesser the rain chances, as well as the amounts. You take a look at future track precipitation through Sunday night. Parts of central and east central Wisconsin could see over an inch of rain in some of the heavier showers and thunderstorms. North and east of Madison, probably a tenth to a quarter of an inch of rain, but south and west of Madison, precipitation will be more spotty and generally less than a tenth of an inch of rain unless you get a heavier shower or thunderstorm. 3 things you need to know in the forecast: some showers, perhaps even a thunderstorm overnight, but just a chance on Saturday during the day. It won't be as cool tomorrow. Having a little sunshine mixed in with the clouds, along with lesser amounts of rain, should at least get temperatures into the upper 70s. And then we're looking for dry weather from Sunday through Wednesday. High temperatures will be in the mid to upper 70s. Today, 60s across Wisconsin thanks to the cloud cover, but not far out to the west. It was a lot hotter. Temperatures in the lower 90s pretty much into western Iowa and in the triple digits from Texas and Oklahoma northward into parts of eastern Montana. That's underneath this dome of hot air. You can see the jet stream kind of right overhead, and that's what's driving these showers more toward the south and east. But this front here divides the warmer air to the west, the slightly cooler air to the north and east. And you can kind of see the center of rotation from this low pressure system. Winds out of the south ahead of the low, they shift to the north and northeast behind the low. So once the cold front comes through late tomorrow afternoon, that will bring in slightly cooler air for Sunday. Dew point temperatures right now mainly in the 50s. It's not terribly humid, so that's why we're not seeing a lot of precipitation. But again, on future track, you can see the showers and storms heading to the south and east, and then some breaks in the clouds tomorrow that should allow temperatures at least to get into the upper 70s. Tomorrow, high of 79, variably cloudy skies, a little breezy as well, and a shower or thunderstorm chance. Most of the day will be dry. For Dane County itself, Madison 79, 78 in Cottage Grove. Again, can't rule out a shower or thunderstorm in a spot or two. Most areas will probably stay rain-free. Future track overnight, here comes the rain, but mainly north and east of Madison. Temperatures staying nearly steady in the lower 60s, and then as we head into Saturday, some breaks in the clouds. It'll actually be a little warmer out to the west where temperatures will top out closer to 80 degrees, but the more persistent rains north and east of Madison to the south and west, precipitation much more spotty. After that, look for high temperatures mainly in the 70s. Look for dry weather from Sunday through Wednesday. Some shower or thunderstorm chances later next week, but most of the days probably about a 1 in 3 chance at best.
All right, Gary, thank you. The people building a new greenhouse outside of Southern Wisconsin High School don't view it as just that. They say they're building a classroom, too. The Sauk Prairie School District broke ground today on the Jeff Hicken Horticultural Learning Center. The structure will help students and teachers expand on their farm-to-table initiative. Currently, the school can really only grow landscaping plants and flowers, but when this is complete, they'll be able to grow more vegetables.
One of our goals was we wanted to make the space more accessible to student projects when we're working in the space, because in our current space, we were bumping into each other, you know, moving things out of the way just to get around in the facility itself.
The greenhouse will feature adjustable LED lighting, putting students to the test. They'll be able to work together to find out what lighting arrangements work best to grow certain plants. Set to open in the spring, the greenhouse is named after former ag teacher Jeff Hicken, who passed away last year.
After weeks of flip-flopping for first place, the Brewers and Cardinals finally faced each other. We got highlights from Game 1 coming up after the break.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's Ho Chunk Gaming Cruise and the Dells giveaways, where on August 26th, you'll have a chance to win a brand new Chevy Equinox, along with $1,500 in cash and $500 in rewards play. Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells, your grown-up getaway.
Migraine attacks? You can't always avoid triggers like stress. Qulipta can help prevent migraine attacks. You can't prevent what's going on outside. That's why Qulipta helps what's going on inside. Qulipta is a pill, gets right to work to prevent migraine attacks and keeps them away over time. Qulipta blocks CGRP, a protein believed to be a cause of migraine attacks. Qulipta is a preventive treatment for episodic migraine. Most common side effects are nausea, constipation, and tiredness. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Qulipta.
Spectrum presents Stream Home Makeover with JoJo.
We transform the Joneses' home, upgrading their entertainment experience with the best TV and internet services from Spectrum. Let's go! With Spectrum TV, you get your favorite channels and streaming apps, plus tons of on-demand.
Switch to Spectrum TV and internet for only $49.99 a month each. Now with even faster speeds of 300 megabits per second. Call 1-844-480-4713.
Ready for more? Take a look. With the free Spectrum TV app, you can stream live sports, news, and more on all your devices, inside, outside, and on the go.
Wow, that's awesome!
There's more. We powered up the game room with Spectrum Internet, which gives you the fast, reliable speeds you need to power all your devices. And it comes with free security suite so you can feel completely safe and secure.
Switch to Spectrum TV and Internet for only $49.99 a month each, now with speeds of 300 megabits per second. Call 1-844-480-4713.
Call now.
It's Fuel Frenzy Weekend this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Get a 5-cent fuel saver on fresh ground chuck, a 5-cent fuel saver on Lay's potato chips, an 8-cent fuel saver on Baskin & Bushel blueberries, an 8-cent fuel saver on 7-Up or Canada Dry 6-packs when you buy 4, a 5-cent fuel saver on Entenmann's Little Bites, and get a 20-cent fuel saver on Mia Italian Take and Bake pizzas. Don't miss Fuel Frenzy Weekend this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee.
I love this state. Knock on any door in any county, and you'll find good-hearted, hard-working folks. People whose businesses I proudly helped as Lieutenant Governor. Hard work needs to be respected again, with fair wages and opportunities to get ahead. That's how my parents opened doors for me. My mom was a teacher, and my dad worked third shift. I'm not one of these millionaires. I work just as hard for you as you work for your family. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
It's Ho-Chunk Gaming Cruise and the Dells giveaways. Where on August 26th, you'll have a chance to win a brand new Chevy Equinox, along with $1,500 in cash and $500 in rewards play. Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells, your grown-up getaway.
The offensive line is going to play. All right, so those 5 guys that you've seen line up, for the most part with the first group, they're going to play. And, you know, it'll be, I would say, veteran select that will not play.
And there you have it. Aaron Rodgers and several other veterans did not dress up for the Packers' first preseason game. Jordan Love getting the start tonight against the 49ers. The game is still in action right now in the fourth quarter. The Packers trailed the Niners 28-21. Love threw for almost 200 yards with 2 scores and 3 interceptions. And hauling in the Pack's second teddy of the night is former Badger Danny Davis. The team's second preseason matchup is set for next Friday at Lambeau against the Saints. Brewers are fresh off an interleague sweep and now hit the road for a pivotal matchup with division rival St. Louis. Coming into the night, the Cards sit a half a game ahead of the Crew in the NL Central standings. Yes, there's still plenty of season to go, but this could be a telling series. Eric Lauer on the bump tonight for Milwaukee, and the first inning, it's a bit rocky. Paul Goldschmidt takes it to center for an early 2-run lead. The Brewers, they're struggling at the plate, trailing 3-0 late in the game. Victor Caratini drives in the Crew's first and only run. Game 2 is tomorrow at 6:15. Doesn't seem to be any shortage of fun over in France as the Wisconsin men's basketball team quite literally rolled into the city number 2. The Badgers took the streets of Lyon last night in style, just scooting their way around. Now, after night 1, the team got to tour the city, making stops at the Basilica of Notre Dame and the Teatro Gallo Romano. Then it was game time. Wisconsin beats the Lyon Towers 80-68, improving to 2-0 on their trip. Tyler Wall led the way with 12 points. Badgers dominated from distance, splashing 13 threes. UW has one more contest against Lyon before heading to Nice to round out their trip. 2 weeks from today, the Badgers volleyball team will officially open up the 2022 season. And while the countdown is set for that first match, there's another one the team has their eye on. Friday, September 16th. That night, the Badgers will take the court at the Kohl Center for the first time in almost 25 years. The team hopes that they can pack the arena for the marquee matchup against the Florida Gators. Now, it might just be a short trip down the road, but getting to play in a venue such as the Kohl Center, that means a lot to the squad.
It's exciting. Like, sometimes we'll go in there for basketball games. Just like, imagine if we had this kind of atmosphere. So we do love the field house though. So I'm happy it's not every single game because you can't beat the field house. It's legendary, but I'm excited.
Honestly, I've been doing a lot of advertising myself. Like, we went to a karaoke place the other day, and every time after a song, I'd be like, "Come feel the Kohl. Like, we're playing Florida. Like, we need you guys. Break a record." So, you know, I'm really excited.
Jerry Kelly and Steve Stricker both competing this weekend in the BOEING Classic. Now here's a look at that leaderboard during round 1. Stricker is tied for 6th at 4 under overall. Kelly is currently tied for 17th, 2 under. We'll be right back.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Come on, Brian.
Dad, look.
Brian, come on.
I'm Courtney.
I'm Brian.
Ready, Brian? Summer won't last forever, but you can go out and make memories that will during Toyota's National Sales Event.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, a 2-year or 25,000-mile maintenance plan and roadside assistance. See your local Toyota dealer or visit toyota.com to learn more.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
It's time for new energy-efficient replacement windows from Champion.
Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Don't sweat over high energy bills. Stay comfortable in your home all year long. Call or go online to book your free estimate at getchampionwindows.com.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive because we only serve those who honorably serve. All ranks, all branches, and their eligible family members. Yep, that is exclusive, and we're fine with that.
In a recent clinical study,
patients using Salonpas patch reported reductions in pain severity,
using less or a lot less oral pain medicines,
and improved quality of life. That's why we recommend Salonpas. It's good medicine.
Planning a remodel? Don't toss your cabinets, furniture, and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Your items stay out of landfills while proceeds create housing solutions for hardworking families. Build a stronger community with Habitat Restore of Dane County.
Denny's all-time favorite Super Slam is back. Get bacon, sausage, eggs, hash browns, and buttermilk pancakes for only $6.99. Give your wallet a break and send it on a summer slamcation. The hottest deals are at Denny's, America's value destination.
After 35 years in business on Madison's west side, Capital Car Cleaners is celebrating by offering all our customers $10 off an interior or exterior detail or $20 off a full-service detail. We detail all cars, pickups, SUVs, motorcycles, and full-size vans. Call today to set up an appointment at our Watts Road location and get $10 off an interior or exterior detail or $20 off a full-service detail. Check out our website at capitalcarcleaners.com.
Capital Car Cleaners, auto detailing at its best.
Every day, News 3 Now investigates.
Gary's back. One final check of our weekend forecast.
Dry right now in Madison, but there's the live view from the Edgewater Skycam. You can see just a few light showers out to the west, just west of Richland Center, down toward Platteville, heading to the south. But 6-hour future track radar shows a round of showers, perhaps even a couple of thunderstorms overnight. Temperatures right now are in the middle 60s, a few places in the upper 50s. Those temperatures aren't going to change very much overnight.
All right, Gary, thanks. Thanks for joining us, folks. Have a great weekend.